presentation on the TV, I could not reconcile the person and the achievement. So it was the height of humility that was evident. That was absolutely scary, because I felt, well, if he's that as important as the brochures and the records have shown, can he be this humble? Knowing my background, coming from Nigeria as a Nigerian, Nigerians are not extremely humble people. So, well, I took him on face value, and I believed what he was saying, but I needed to make some further inquiries.
But on getting here is a different thing entirely. I'm quite pleased. I'm amazed. There's only going to be one Taff. Obviously, there will be many like him. But then I think the man is humble. The country itself is superb. That all this happening in Gambia by one person is fantastic.
As you know, I have a construction background, and the beauty that everyone is looking at and saying, I look beyond that. Construction-wise, is very superb architectural design and well apportioned, well placed, and I'm quite impressed with what I've seen so far. I'm happy with what I've seen in terms of architecture, in terms of the construction. Like, you can never know the integrity of the fabrics of building until after a number of years. But knowing the man Taff now, as I have done, I think he's a man who does not compromise on quality. And I've seen that in every department of his life, because we've had a lot of interaction since we've been here. I can still, just to buttress what my wife said, his humility is scary, is humbling, and it's just that I don't know how anybody could be at that level and be the kind of person that he is, the way he runs his life. He's a man who has a hands-on approach on everything, and I could see that on all the apartments that we built. And in fact, like you know, we're in one of the apartments now. This was not built yesterday, and the way it's been kept, that is something we don't have in Africa, maintenance culture. That's something he has designed into his own system, where he's taking ownership of maintaining the properties as well.
The buildings are fantastic. I think Gambia has a well. They have a golden person in their hand, and I can only say to them that they should appreciate what they have. Coming from London, I wish I can take one of Taff property, the old property, to England and live in one of them. It's superb, it's beautiful, it's excellent. The man is so humble, and even the people that we have come across to. Yes, of course we will, and I say that with passion. I mean, it's giving us sleepless nights in terms of goodness, so we're going back, and we will be buying. And not just us buying, other people will be buying too.
Lydia said it herself, and she's actually live and direct in the studio with us. Aisha, thank you. And of course, Taff, what can we say?
Thank you very much.
Where do we move on from here? What I'm going to say, please, we need to put the phone lines on now so people can actually talk with you. Mm-hmm. They've seen, yet again, they've heard people who are totally satisfied. Mm-hmm. I want to take you a little bit through this. For a start, medical facilities. What are the structures there?
Well, I mean, as you know, we have private clinics there, and we also have a teaching hospital. Mm-hmm. And in every region, there is a main hospital. So medical facilities are quite good. Remember, we receive over 120,000 tourists every year, and they all get covered for medical, So medical is very good.
For someone who's obviously now a small family, and, they're thinking they really feel that they might want to even live here and probably even start a family there. Schools, what are schools' facilities and things? I'm just trying to open it up because, some of our viewers will already know this, but there are others who still probably be wondering because they have a young family. Can they still go there and bring their children? Do they have to wait till their children is older? What are the options that they have?
Actually, we have schools at every level. The educational system is very good, and they are to an international standard. You have nursery schools, you have primary, elementary schools, secondary schools. We even have a university now. So we have seen people coming from the West African sub-region to study noble courses like medicine, law being studied